Brother, welcome back to another video. I'm excited to have you here because today's topic is so relevant, especially if you're a man utilizing dating apps, because what we're talking about is how to not mess up after matching with a 10 out of 10. So if you're someone who has found yourself to where you've had an experience in the past, you matched with a 10 out of 10 and you're just like, oh my goodness, I messed it up, or maybe you're afraid of matching with a 10 out of 10 and just screwing everything up, this video is definitely for you. And last but certainly not least, I have 3 spots available for my 90-day transformational program, the 90-day dating accelerator, where by the end of 90 days, I guide you to being in a Christ-centered relationship with an amazing woman. So if you're looking for something more than surface level, something that actually leads to something more fulfilling as far as a relationship that even leads to a marriage, be sure to sign up. Link in the comment section. Without further ado, let's dive right in. So when it comes to dating apps, I really want you to think about this from the lens of it's an avenue, it's a tool, but it's not the only tool, right? When it comes to dating apps, you match with a 10 out of 10, the last thing you want to do is stress out. That is exactly how you end up blowing it, because the more pressure you put on a situation, the more pressure you put on how perfect it has to be, how it has to work. You have this certain narrative in your mind or pressure not to sabotage yourself, not to mess up, is actually more likely increasing your chance of actually doing so. So I want you to understand that when you match with a 10 out of 10, when you match with a woman that you find to be highly desirable on the dating app, don't stress, you know what I mean? Because if anything, that is what's gonna actually end up helping you mess it up. And I want you to keep this in mind. When it comes to dating apps, understand this, right? You guys matched, you don't know each other. When it comes to girls on dating apps, they have so many matches, so many likes. My wife, before we got married, when she was on dating apps, right, she had, I think, like thousands of likes or something like that. And you need to remember that when it comes to women that are highly desirable on dating apps, so many people will not approach them in person, but on dating apps, they will swipe right. So odds are that you're competing with a whole bunch of other guys. So having that in the back of your mind, having that understanding, what you definitely want to do is you don't want to stress out over who you're talking to. Keep in mind that odds are that you can do everything you want to do and it's just not going to work out. Maybe she's already matched with you and there's some other guy she's already talking to and things end up catching, things end up, going super well. Maybe something that's happened is this: you're over here talking to her and her ex comes back to her life. There are so many factors that you can't control on dating apps, and that's why I would highly advise you, when it comes to texting a 10 out of 10, keep that in the back of your mind, because that's going to allow you to give yourself more grace when it comes to texting her. You're not going to stress out over finding the perfect opener that's going to wow her, and the perfect texting chemistry, the perfect timing to text her, the perfect, text messages with the perfect emojis. Stop all that nonsense, because you can't control it, because so much of dating on dating apps is outside your control. Because just like you have your life, she has her life as well. So what I would highly advise is, if you match with a 10 out of 10 and you don't want to screw it up, go with the mindset of understanding that you can do your very best and it can still not work out. I think that is the best that you can do for yourself. And on top of that, what I would actually do is just be genuine, be yourself. And if it falls out, it falls, you know what I'm saying? If plans fall through, plans fall through. If you don't get a response, you don't get a response. But I would highly advise you guys, don't get too stuck on, oh my goodness, I got a match of 10 out of 10, because that doesn't really mean anything. Because yes, congrats, you got a match. That's better than not getting a match. Don't get it twisted. But getting a match does not mean it leads to actual relationship. And that's why I highly advise men in my program and a lot of my content to go ahead and approach in person. Have the dating apps work for you, and instead use it as maybe boosting your confidence to where it's like, hey, okay, I'm able to match out a 10 out of 10s. Now go ahead and talk to them in person, because you need to understand this thing that is very, very true. Most men do not approach 10 out of 10s in person, but they will on dating apps. So these same 10 out of 10s that you're matching with on dating apps, if you talk to them in person, you have so much of a better chance of not only actually having a date, but actually having a fulfilling relationship and even a marriage. Trust me, because I'm married to a 10 out of 10. So I want you guys to understand, I want you guys to keep that in mind, that in person will be your best leverage. That's going to be your best return on your investment for your time. Yes, you have the dating apps. Don't stress out. Just text and be yourself. Don't be doing the most. Don't be texting paragraphs. Dude, don't be acting weird just because he's a 10 out of 10. Text, be yourself, and just let the cards fall where they may. That is what you want to do to reduce the chances of you messing up. And on top of that, so go talk to girls in person, because the more you talk to girls in person, the less stress you put on yourself over these dating apps. You know what I'm saying? Because you understand that when I talk to a girl in person, like, forget all the, we match and I have to go through the whole system and all the stuff to go on a first date. I talk to her in person. I can just get her number. We plan a date right then and there. Done. You know what I'm saying? It's literally that simple. So don't make things so complicated. Don't stress yourself out, and just enjoy the process. Enjoy the process of going outside your comfort zone, growing, putting yourself out there more, and fall in love with that process, understanding that things cannot go your way because sometimes it just isn't meant to be. And understand that approaching in person will give you a better return on your investment. And with that being the case, I highly encourage you guys, if you're utilizing the dating apps, continue doing your thing, but also approach in person. And just keep in mind that you can't control so much because life gets in the way. Life is going on. You have a life, so does she. Hopefully this video gives you a lot of value. Be sure to subscribe for more content. See you guys next time. Peace out.